not a moral concept for Tantra. Purity is significant because if you are focused at the third eye and your mind is impure, your imagination can become dangerous. Dangerous to you, dangerous to others. If you are thinking to murder someone and this idea is in the mind, just imagining may kill the man. That's why so much insistence on being pure first. Pythagoras was said to go through fast, through a particular breathing, this breathing. Because you are traveling into a very dangerous land. Because wherever there is power, there is danger. And if the mind is impure, whenever you will get power, your impure thoughts will take hold of it immediately. You have imagined many times to kill. But the imagination cannot work, fortunately. If it works, if it is actualized immediately, then you will become dangerous. Not only to others, for yourself also, because so many times you have thought to commit suicide. If the mind is focused at the third eye, just thinking of suicide will become suicide. You will not have any time to change. Immediately it will happen. You might have observed someone being hypnotized. And when someone is hypnotized, the hypnotizer can say anything, and immediately the hypnotized person follows. Howsoever absurd the order, howsoever irrational, and sometimes even impossible, but the hypnotized person follows it. What is happening? This fifth technique is at the base of all hypnotism. Whenever someone is being hypnotized, he is told to focus his eyes at a particular point, at some light, at some dot on the wall or anything, or at the eyes of the hypnotizer. When you focus your eyes at any particular point, within 3 minutes, your inner attention begins to flow towards the third eye. And the moment your inner attention begins to flow towards the third eye, your face begins to change. And the hypnotizer knows when your face is changing. Your face suddenly loses all vitality. It becomes dead, as if deep asleep. Immediately the hypnotizer knows your face has lost the luster, the aliveness. It means now attention is being sucked by the third eye center. Your face has become dead. The whole energy is running towards the third eye center. Immediately the hypnotizer knows now anything said will happen. He says, now you are falling into deep sleep. You will fall immediately. He says, now you are becoming unconscious. You will become unconscious immediately. Now anything can be done. If he says, now you have become Napoleon or Hitler, you will become. You will begin to behave like a Napoleon. You will begin to talk like a Napoleon. Your gestures will change. Your unconscious will take the order and will create the actuality. If you are suffering from a disease, now it can be ordered that the disease has disappeared and the disease will disappear. Or any new disease can be created. Just by putting an ordinary stone from the street on your hand, the hypnotist can say, "This is fire on your hand." You will feel intense heat. Your hand will get burnt. Not only in the mind, actually your skin will be burnt. You will have a burning sensation. What is happening? There is no fire. Ordinary stone, cold. How this burning happens? You are focused at the third eye center. Your imagination is being suggested by the hypnotist. It is being actualized. If the hypnotist says, "Now you are dead," you will die immediately. Your heart has stopped. It will stop. This happens because of the third eye. In the third eye, imagination and actualization are not two things. Imagination is the fact. Imagine and it is so. There is no gap between dream and reality. There is no gap between dream and reality. Dream and it will become real. That's why Shankara has said, this whole world is nothing but the dream of the divine. Dream of the divine. Because the divine is centered in the third eye, always, eternally. So whatsoever the divine dreams, it becomes real. If you are also centered in the third eye, whatsoever you dream will become real. Sariputta came to Buddha, meditated deeply. Then many things, many visions started coming. As it happens with everyone who goes in deep meditation. He began to see heavens, he began to see hells, he began to see angels, gods, demons, and they were actual, so real, that he came running to Buddha and he said, "Such and such a vision has come to me." And Buddha says, "Nothing, just dreams, just dreams." But Sariputta said, "They are so real. How can I say they are dreams? When I see a flower in my vision, it is more real than any flower in the world. The fragrance is there. I can touch it. When I see you," he told to Buddha, "it is more real than you are here, just before me. So how I can differentiate what is real and what is dream?" So Buddha says, "Now that you are centered in the third eye, dream and reality are one. Whatsoever you are dreaming will be real. And the vice versa also. One who is centered in the third eye, his dreams will become real, and for him the whole reality will become just a dream. Because when your dream can become real, you know there is no basic difference between dream and reality. So when Shankara says that this whole world is just Maya, a dream of the divine, it is not a theoretical proposition. It is not a philosophical statement. It is rather the inner experience of one who is focused in the third eye. When you are focused in the third eye, just imagine that the essence of prana is showering from the top of the head. Just as if you are sitting under a tree and flowers are showering. Or just you are under the sky and suddenly a cloud begins to shower. Or just you are sitting in the morning and the sun rises and rays begin to shower. Imagine. And immediately there is a shower of light falling down from your top of your head. This shower recreates you, gives you a new birth. You are reborn. Sixth technique, when in worldly activity, keep attentive between the two breaths, and so practicing in a few days be born anew. When in worldly activity, keep attentive between the two breaths. Forget breaths, keep attentive between. One breath has come. Before it returns, before it is being exhaled out, the gap, the interval. One breath has gone out, before it is taken in again, the gap. In worldly activity, keep attentive between the two breaths, and so practicing, in a few days be born anew. But this has to be done continuously. This sixth technique has to be done continuously. That's why it is mentioned, when in worldly activity. Whatsoever you are doing, keep your attention in the gap between the two breaths. But it must be practiced while in activity. We have discussed one technique just similar, with only this difference, that this has to be practiced while in worldly activity. Don't practice it in isolation. Just practice it while you are doing something else. You are eating. Go on eating and be attentive of the gap. You are walking, go on walking and be attentive of the gap. You are going to sleep, lie down, let sleep come, you go on being attentive of the gap. Why? In activity. Because activity distracts the mind. Activity calls your attention again and again. Don't be distracted. Be fixed at the gap. And don't stop activity. Let the activity continue. You will have two layers of existence. Doing and being. We have two layers of existence. The world of doing and the world of being. The circumference and the center. Go on working on the periphery, on the circumference. Don't stop it. But go on also working attentively on the center. What will happen? Your activity will become acting. As if you are playing a part. You are playing a part, for example, in a drama. you have become Ram or you have become Christ. You go on acting as Christ or as Ram, and still you remain yourself. In the center, you know who you are. On the periphery, you go on acting Rama, Christ or anyone. You know you are not Ram. You are acting. You know who you are. Your attention is centered in you. Your activity goes on the circumference. If this method is practiced, your whole life will become a long drama. You will be an actor, playing roles, but constantly centered in the gap. If you forget the gap, then you are not playing roles, you have become the role. Then it is not a drama. You have mistaken it as life. That is what we have done. Everyone is thinking that he is living a life. It is not life. It is just a role, a part which has been given to you by the society, by the circumstances, by the culture, tradition, country, situation. You have been given a role. You are playing it. We become identified with it. To break that identification, this technique. India has many names. Krishna is one of the greatest actors. He is constantly centered in himself and playing. Playing many plays, many games, but absolutely non-serious. Seriousness comes from identification. If you become really Ram in the drama, then there are bound to be problems. Those problems will come out of your seriousness. Then Sita is stolen. You may get a heart attack. And the whole play would have to be stopped. If you really become Ram, heart attack is certain. Even heart failure. But you are just an actor. Sita is stolen. Nothing is stolen. You will go back your home and you will sleep peacefully. Not even in dream. You will feel that Sita is stolen. When really Sita was stolen, Ram himself was weeping, crying, and asking the trees where my Sita has gone, who has taken her. But this is the point to understand. If Rama is really weeping and asking the trees, he has become identified. He is no more Ram. He is no more a divine person. This is the point to remember, that for Ram, his real life was also just a part. You have seen other actors playing Rama, but Rama himself was just playing a part on a greater stage, of course. So India has a very beautiful story about it. I think that story is unique. Nowhere in any part of the world such a thing exists. It is said that Valmiki wrote Ramayana before Rama was born. And then Rama had to follow. So really the first act of Ramayana was also just a drama. The story was written before Rama was born. And then Rama had to follow what he can do. When a man like Valmiki writes this story, Rama has to follow. So everything was fixed in a way. Sita was to be stolen, and the war has to be fought. If you can understand this, then you can understand the theory of destiny, bhagya, fate. It has a very deep meaning. And the meaning is, if you take it, that everything is fixed for you, your life becomes a drama. You are playing Ram's act in the drama. You cannot change it. Everything is fixed, even your dialogue. If you say something to Sita, it is just repeating something which is fixed. You cannot change it. If life is taken as fixed, you are going to die on a particular day. It is fixed. And when you will be dying, you will be weeping. It is fixed. And such persons will be around you. It is fixed. If everything is fixed, everything becomes a drama. If everything is fixed, it means you are just to enact it. You are not asked to live it. You are just asked to enact it. This technique, sixth technique, is to make your life a psychodrama. Just a play. You are focused in the gap between two breaths, and life moves on the periphery. Your attention is in the center, then your attention is not really on the periphery. Just sub-attention. Just it happens somewhere near your attention. You can feel it. You can know it. But it is not significant. As if it is not happening to you. I will repeat this. If you practice this sixth technique, your whole life will be as if it is not happening to you, it is happening to someone else. Seventh technique, with intangible breath in center of forehead. As this reaches heart at the moment of sleep, have direction over dreams and over death itself. More and more we are entering deeper layers. With intangible breath, in center of forehead, if you have known the third eye, then you know the intangible breath, the invisible prana. In the center of forehead, and if you know the showering, that the energy, the light showers, as this reaches heart, when the shower will reach your heart at the moment of sleep, have direction over dreams and over death itself. Take this technique in three parts. One, you must be able to feel the prana in breath, the intangible part of it. the invisible part of it, the immaterial part of it. It comes if you are attentive between the eyebrows. It comes easily. If you are attentive in the gap, then too it comes, but a little more uneasily. If you are aware of the center at your navel, where breath comes and touches and goes out, it comes still with less ease. The easiest point to know the invisible part of breath is to be centered at the third eye. But wherever you are centered, it comes. You begin to feel the prana flowing in you. If you can feel the prana flowing in you, you can know when you are going to die. Before 6 months of your day of death, you begin to know. If you can feel the invisible part of breath. Why? So many saints declare their day of death. It is easy. Because if you can see the content of the breath, prana flowing in you, the moment the process reverses, you can feel. Before you die, 6 months before you die, the process reverses. Prana begins to flow from you out. Then the breath is not taking it in, rather on the contrary, the breath is taking it out.